What if I told you one African nation successfully resisted European colonialism during the scramble for Africa? This isn't a mythical tale or an alternate history hypothesis, but a testament to the resilience of Ethiopia during the late 19th century. In the heart of this era, Africa was a vast chessboard where European powers made strategic moves, each vying for control and dominance over the continent's rich resources and territories. This period, known as the Scramble for Africa, saw the partitioning of almost the entire continent among 7 European powers: Britain, France, Germany, Belgium, Spain, Portugal, and Italy. Italy was a latecomer to this colonial race. The newly unified country was eager to establish its own empire to compete with other European powers. But with most of Africa already claimed, Italy looked to the Horn of Africa, where the independent nation of Ethiopia lay. Ethiopia, under the reign of Emperor Menelik II, was a beacon of sovereignty, standing tall amidst the encroaching tides of colonialism. Its strategic location, combined with its historical significance as a bastion of Christian civilization in Africa, made it an enticing target for Italy. The Italians, buoyed by their recent acquisition of Eritrea and Somalia, were confident in their military prowess. They believed that the conquest of Ethiopia would be a straightforward task, a natural progression of their colonial expansion. Little did they know they were about to encounter a formidable adversary, a nation ready to defend its sovereignty at all costs. The stage was set. On one side, a European power eager to expand its colonial empire. On the other, an African nation determined to preserve its independence. The tensions were high, the stakes even higher. The impending conflict would not only shape the destiny of these two nations, but also send ripples across the continent and beyond. As Italy set its sights on Ethiopia, the stage was set for a historic conflict. This was the dawn of the Battle of Adwa, a turning point in the history of Africa and a resounding affirmation of Ethiopia's unwavering spirit. Invasion, a word that resonates with the echoes of aggression and dominance. This was Italy's plan for Ethiopia. In the wake of the global scramble for Africa during the late 19th century, Italy set its sights on the Horn of Africa, a region teeming with strategic and economic potential. Ethiopia, a sovereign state nestled in the heart of this region, was their prime target. Italy's military campaign in Ethiopia was not an impulsive act of aggression. It had been meticulously planned and was executed with precision, initially yielding a string of successes. The Italian forces, armed with modern weapons, advanced steadily towards the town of Adwa in the northern part of the country. But this campaign was not without its complexities. The Treaty of Wuchale, signed between Ethiopia and Italy in 1889, was a significant catalyst for the ensuing conflict. Crafted in Amharic and Italian, the treaty's interpretations varied drastically. While the Amharic version recognized Italy as a friendly nation with a diplomatic presence, the Italian version claimed Ethiopia as a protectorate. This discrepancy lit the fuse leading to the Battle of Adwa. As the Italian forces marched deeper into Ethiopian territory, tensions bubbled and simmered. The Ethiopian people, under the leadership of Emperor Menelik II, watched warily as foreign boots trampled their soil. The Italians, buoyed by their early victories, remained oblivious to the storm that was brewing. Yet the Ethiopian leadership was not just standing by idly. Emperor Menelik II, along with his wife, Empress Taitu Betul, was rallying the Ethiopian forces, drawing from various ethnic groups across the nation. The strategic brilliance of Ethiopian commanders such as Ras Makonnen and Ras Alula was coming to the fore. The stage was being set for an epic confrontation. And so, as the Italian forces continued their advance, the Ethiopians prepared to defend their homeland. The echoes of aggression and dominance were about to be met with the roar of resistance and resilience. The Ethiopian leadership, however, was not about to let their nation fall without a fight. Under the leadership of Emperor Menelik II and Empress Taitu Betul, Ethiopia prepared to defend its sovereignty. As the Italian forces advanced, the Ethiopian leaders rallied their forces, drawing from a diverse range of ethnic groups. This was a unique challenge, a test of their leadership and diplomatic skills. They needed to unite people who, under different circumstances, might have been at odds with each other. But the threat of foreign invasion provided a common cause which transcended ethnic and regional differences. Emperor Menelik II, a seasoned leader with a keen strategic mind, led the charge. His charisma and tactical brilliance were instrumental in rallying the various factions. He was a beacon of hope, a symbol of resistance against the encroaching colonial force. His wife, Empress Taytu Betul, was equally instrumental. A formidable strategist and diplomat, she played a key role in rallying support for the resistance and in planning the defence. The planning for the Battle of Adwa was meticulous and strategic. Ethiopian commanders such as Ras Makonnen and Ras Alula made critical contributions. They leveraged their intimate knowledge of the terrain and their understanding of traditional warfare tactics. They were in tune with the rhythms of the land, the ebb and flow of the rivers, the undulations of the mountains, the paths etched by generations of Ethiopians. This deep connection to the land was a strategic asset, one they used to their advantage. As they prepared for the imminent conflict, there was a palpable sense of unity and determination among the Ethiopian forces. The stakes were high. Their homeland, their sovereignty, their way of life, all were under threat. But they were ready to defend it all, to the last man if necessary. This was more than just a battle. It was a defining moment in their history, a test of their resilience and courage. They were not just fighting for their homeland, they were fighting for their identity, for their right to determine their own destiny. United in purpose, Ethiopia was ready for the impending battle. This unity, this shared sense of purpose was their greatest weapon, and they wielded it with unwavering resolve as they prepared to face the Italian invasion. On the plains of Adwa, a decisive battle unfolded that would alter the course of African history. A palpable tension hung in the air on March 1, 1896, as two formidable forces prepared to clash in the northern part of Ethiopia. On one side, the well-equipped Italian army driven by ambitions of colonial dominance. On the other, a diverse coalition of Ethiopian forces, united in their resolve to defend their homeland. The Italian strategy hinged on a swift, decisive victory. Their plan, to encircle and crush the Ethiopian forces with their superior firepower. But the Italians underestimated their adversaries. The Ethiopian forces, under the leadership of Emperor Menelik II and key commanders such as Ras Makonnen and Ras Alula, were not just fighting a battle. They were defending their land, their culture, their very way of life. A significant turning point came when the Italians attempted to seize a mountain, Arogi, which overlooked the Ethiopian position. Ethiopian forces, led by the Empress Taytu Betul, held their ground and successfully repelled the Italian advance. This strategic victory disrupted the Italian plan and gave the Ethiopians the upper hand. As the battle raged on, the Ethiopians launched a massive counterattack. Despite being outnumbered, their intimate knowledge of the terrain and unyielding spirit tipped the scales in their favor. The Italians, caught off guard and unable to regroup, began to falter. The final blow came when Menelik II ordered a full-scale assault, effectively breaking the Italian lines and forcing them into a disorganized retreat. The Battle of Adwa was over, and Ethiopia had won. This victory was not just a military triumph, but a resounding affirmation of Ethiopian sovereignty and resistance against colonial aggression. In the face of overwhelming odds, Ethiopia emerged victorious. The Battle of Adwa stands as a beacon of resistance, a testament to the courage and strategic brilliance of the Ethiopian forces, and a pivotal moment in the struggle for African independence. The Battle of Adwa was not just a military victory, it was a triumph of a nation's spirit. This remarkable feat on March 1, 1896, was an unequivocal affirmation of Ethiopia's sovereignty, sending a powerful message to colonial powers that their dominance was not absolute. In the aftermath of the battle, Ethiopia emerged stronger than ever. The victory protected its territorial integrity and independence, making it the only African nation to withstand the onslaught of colonialism during the scramble for Africa. This success had profound implications, not just for Ethiopia, but for the entire African continent. The shockwaves of Adwa reverberated far beyond the Ethiopian highlands. The defeat of a European power by an African army challenged prevailing notions of racial and military superiority. It sent a ripple of hope through the hearts of men and women living under colonial rule, stirring up dreams of freedom and self-determination. Adwa became a symbol, a beacon of resistance that galvanized anti-colonial movements across Africa. Its echoes were heard in the halls of the Pan-African Congress, inspiring leaders such as Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, and Julius Nyerere in their struggles for independence. It was a clarion call, a rallying cry that united people across the continent in a shared vision of freedom and dignity. Moreover, the victory at Adwa played a significant role in shaping Ethiopia's national identity. The collective effort of diverse ethnic groups under the leadership of Emperor Menelik II and Empress Taitu Betul to protect their homeland fostered a sense of unity and pride that continues to resonate in the hearts of Ethiopians today. The Battle of Adwa was more than a moment in history. It was a turning point, a defining moment that altered the course of a nation and a continent. It stands as a testament to the courage, resilience, and strategic brilliance of Ethiopian forces, a reminder of their triumphant stand against oppression. The Battle of Adwa thus remains a beacon of resistance and resilience, a testament to Ethiopia's enduring spirit.